Okay, just to make sure that you know how to do the quiz review, here we go. Remember that when you're collecting like terms, you should underline, circle, whatever you want to do to show that things are like terms. These both have x's. This is a constant, and a constant. So -4 plus 9 would get me 5x. 8 minus 1 is 7. 7 plus 2 is 9. This next one. Before I can do this addition, I must do the multiplication. So I write down the -1. I multiply 3 times x to get plus 3x, and 3 times -2 to get -6. These are constants. We have one that has a variable, but it has nothing to combine with. And then -7. Number 3, again, remember that when you're doing this, you're multiplying not just the 2, but also the negative with it. I write down the 4, get -2x minus 14. These are my like terms, -2x, so -10. On this one, got a little more to do. Multiply the 4, and I get 4x minus 8. Then I just write down the rest as is. These are my like terms. These are constants, so they're my like terms. So I get 11x minus 11. Here all I am doing is distributing, so I get 10x minus 20. There's nothing to combine because they are not like terms. And the next one, I take -2 and I multiply it by each term inside. I get -4x plus 14y. And you can't combine those because they have totally different variables. Down here. Okay, on this, I want my x to be by itself. I have to do the opposite of a -8, which is a +8. So I'm adding 8 to both sides. I bring down my x equals 18. And then to make sure that I have the correct answer, I plug it back in. And I get 10 equals 10. There we go. So I did my next problem. I add 7 to both sides. I get y equals 0. I plug it in, 0 minus 7. So -7 equals -7. So yes, I have the correct answer. On my next problem, I multiply, because this is division right here, the opposite of division is multiplication. So I'm going to multiply both sides by -2. I'll get 6 is equal to x. I plug it back in to make sure that I have the correct answer. So 6 divided by -2, -3. 6 divided by -2 is -3. So yes, I have the correct answer. Over here, we already have division. The opposite of division is multiplication. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 9. I get 36 is equal to b. I plug it back in to see if I have the correct answer. 36 over 9. 36 divided by 9 is 4. So yes, I have the correct answer. On this one, I divide both sides by 5. I get -4. Oops, I forgot to draw my line. Equals x. I plug it back in to make sure I did the correct work. 5 times -4. 5 times -4 is -20. So I do have the correct answer. So now we have to do 2 steps on this one. First, I want to get rid of this subtraction. The opposite of subtraction is addition. So then I have x over 6 equals 6. This right here is division, so I'm going to multiply both sides by the denominator, which is x equals 36. I plug it back in to make sure that I did the correct work. 36 divided by 6 minus 4, does that equal 2? Well, 36 divided by 6 is 6. 6 minus 4 is 2. So I do have the correct answer. X is equal to 36. On this one, I need to get rid of this denominator before I can do any adding and subtracting. So I actually am going to multiply by 4 first. That will cancel those out and get x minus 6 equals 12. And then add the 6 to both sides of the equal sign and get x equals 18. I plug that back in. 18 minus 6 over 4. So this is going to be 12 over 4. Does that equal 3? It does equal 3. So I did do the correct work. Okay, this right here, guys, we can't divide by, this doesn't make any sense. We can't divide by fractions, okay? When you learned about fractions, they told you can't divide fractions. You have to multiply by the reciprocal. So 5 over 2. 5 over 2, because this 2 and that 2 cancel. This 5 and this 5 cancel. So I'm left with an x. Over here, this 2 cancels with this 2. I get 5. Or if you do it the long way, 2 times 5 is 10. 10 over 2. And you still end up with 5. So I'm going to check my work. So 2/5 times 5, does that equal 2? Okay, so this would get me 10 over 5. 2 equals 2. Okay, next one. I need to combine like terms first. So this would get me negative 5x plus 4 equals negative 11. I subtract 4 from both sides, and I get negative 5x equals negative 15. This is multiplication, so I'm going to divide both sides by negative 5 and get x equals 3. Don't have a lot of space here. So 2 times 3 minus 7 times 3 plus 4 equals negative 11. That was horrible. So 6 minus 21 plus 4, does that equal negative 11? So 6 minus 21 would get negative 15 plus 4, and negative 11 equals negative 11. So yes, it does work. Okay, so this next one, I subtract the 4 from both sides of the equal sign. I get x over 2 equals negative 1. This is division, so I need to multiply both sides by 2, and I get x equals negative 2. Get rid of this so that I have some space. Oops, I have some space. So 4 plus negative 2 over 2, does that equal 3? So 4 minus 1, so 3 does equal 3, so I do have the correct answer. And last but not least, I add 8 to both sides of the equal sign. I get 4x equals 20. I divide by 4 on both sides and get x equals 5. I plug this back in. 4 times 5 minus 8, does that equal 12? 20 minus 8 equals 12, and 12 does equal 12. So yes, I did do it correctly.